new European Commission report has exposed Pakistan and its worsening human rights record. The EU Council has highlighted a systematic rise in enforced disappearances, extrajudicial killings and torture in Balochistan, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. Repeated internet blackouts is something it warns of. Draconian amendments to the Anti-Terrorism Act have legalized arbitrary detention of dissidents and journalists, it notes. The Commission of Inquiry on Enforced Disappearances has closed over 9,000 cases with zero conviction, and the European Union warns of a dangerous regression in Pakistan's compliance with international obligations. So let's take a look at what exactly this report suggests. This is the report card of Pakistan as far as what EU believes are transgressions. There are 9,000 disappearances that have been reported as far as Pakistan's report card is concerned. There are zero convictions is what we're given to understand. 924 suspects have been killed so far is what the report also suggests, and goes on to talk about how there have been no details as to what exactly transpired in those cases. 47.2% of the population lives in poverty. There are 2 million plus Afghan refugees that have been deported, is what this report also suggests. 3 million people are in debt bondage, is what the EU report, which is now out, is also gone on to highlight as to how Pakistan has not been able to ensure a life of dignity to a whole lot of its citizens, and that is not something that the EU will stand for, or at least that's the warning that this report goes on to suggest. There are several benefits that come out for Pakistan when it comes to the European Union. Will they go ahead and walk the talk on this and axe those benefits? That's really the big question. So here's how much Pakistan benefits from its relationship with the European Union. Just in tariff exemptions, they have a GSP plus category, because of which there is a whole range of goods from Pakistan get free entry into the European market. In 2024, as of 2024, 732 million euro was saved in tariff exemptions alone by Pakistan. Textile imports are the largest as far as European Union is concerned, or the exports from Pakistan are concerned. It runs at roughly 8.3 billion euros. Developmental assistance is also given to Pakistan. 2021 to 2024, 265 million euros were given in bilateral grants by the European Union to Pakistan. Then from 2025 to 2027, an additional 135 million euros have been allocated. That's not all. Climate change is one of the key aspects of the relationship between Pakistan and the European Union. Partnership as far as investment in green jobs and renewable energy is something that they have been focusing on. So will they cut down on all of these aspects? Will they axe all of these benefits? That's really the big question.